you can keep pointing out problems. I can keep pointing out problems, 10 problems from my own community. For example, the recent pro-Nasrallah protests, you can also mention them. There is always like, let's take the example of lynching, okay? For example, there's lynching, mob lynching. I was leading the whole campaign against lynching. But the other day, again, I did the mistake of picking up the paper, and in the front page, there's a news that a woman was lynched just for plucking fruit. She must have been plucking fruit from someone else's field. So this is what I'm saying, that this is not the only, faith is not the only pretext that we use in order to inflict violence upon one another.
Sure, absolutely.
And there are so many others. We have no basic courtesy towards one another.
Sure.
And I think that at some level, the forward by Mr. Salim Khan, it reflects that. So he's talking about, this Hindu-Muslim ki theek hai, agar koi masjid ke bahar wo laga raha hai, भजन लगा रहा है, तो ठीक है, तुम अपनी नमाज पे फोकस करो. तो your focus on your namaz should be so great that you're not distracted by it. That is the Islamic position as well. But at the same time, he's also mentioning, and I agree with that position, that we just need excuses to fight with each other on, basis caste, class, whatever it is, like you name A to Z, there can be like 100 categories. So now what I'm trying to do here is, like, in my 20s, I have been pointing out problems, and I can point out 10 problems to you right now, starting from the pollution to violence against women to violence against whatever. I'm trying to talk about solutions here. Okay. And I don't think that solutions will come from a conflict-based approach. Solutions will come from an approach where we are in a position where we can demand things from our government. Now, what is the problem with the Muslim community? Let's come straight to the political part of it. In this recent Lok Sabha election, I think 97% Muslims voted for the India Alliance. 1 to 3% Muslims voted for the BJP. And yesterday, Maulana Sajjad Numani put out a very provocative video saying कि जिन लोगों ने बीजेपी को वोट दिया, उन लोगों का सामाजिक बहिष्कार करना चाहिए, उन लोगों का सोशल बॉयकॉट करना चाहिए, उनका दाना पानी बंद कर दो. अब मैं प्रॉब्लम्स पॉइंट आउट करूं तो फिर वो भी प्रॉब्लम है. There are problems in our community also.
Absolutely.
So what I'm trying to say is that if BJP thinks, and one BJP minister also made statements to that effect. He said कि ये तो भाई इनके लिए कुछ भी कर लो, इनको आवाज दे दो, मुद्रा योजना दे दो, जो कुछ भी दे दो, ये तो वोट नहीं करेंगे बीजेपी को, तो हम इनके लिए कुछ करें ही क्यों? Which is not the correct position, because when you're an elected representative, you represent everybody, and that is the position we should stick to. At the same time, the Congress will tend to say कि भाई इनका तो हमको wholesale में वोट मिल ही रहा है, तो हम लोगों को कुछ करना ही क्यों है इनके लिए? चलो हम लोग कास्ट सेंसस पे फोकस करते हैं, दूसरी चीजों पे फोकस करते हैं. This is not how political bargaining works. If you see the voting pattern in the recently conducted US election, aside from the blacks, Hispanics, Asian Americans, they voted in nearly equal measure for both
there has been a
Democrats.
Swing the other way, but
one second, just me please finish. They voted almost in equal measure for both Democrats and Republicans. That is how political bargaining in a democracy works, because you just can't like sulk in a corner, and you just can't like give your vote wholesale without any assurances to any one alliance. You have to engage with both. You have to have, like, that is how you'll have your voice heard. Now you are asking me, why should we be with Modi? Why should we mention Modi? Because he is our Prime Minister. That's why.
Okay.